And now, Jason Brett presents Friday Night Streamaroonoos.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Friday Night Streamaroonoos. I'm actually early for once, or on time. It depends how you look at it. But just to preface quickly to everyone, I did post it in the Blue Tubers community page. This will be my last stream for about a month. I'm going to have a bit of a month off from streaming, but I'm going to replace the stream with a video on a Friday. So hopefully you can tune into the videos on there. But today I've got a really cool guest. Bear with us because the internet is not on our side today, but we're just going to try and wing it and do the best we can. I have Bryn from Horrorhands. Yeah. Bryn, welcome to the show.
Hey, mate. You all right?
I'm very good, man. Fridays, it's always fun doing the streams.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. So, like I said, we've got some bit of technical issues, but the internet doesn't like us that much today. But we thought we'd just wing it anyway.
Yeah, just do our best and see how it goes.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay, but we just got to make do with what we can, unfortunately. So, for people watching, if there's a bit of a kind of awkward silence, it's just because there's a delay. So I do apologise for that, but there's nothing we really can do about it. So I'm going to go jump into some comments. We've got Movie Joe No One on Noon, I don't know how you pronounce his surname. He said, "Hi, I liked your blind buy video, Jason." Well, I appreciate that. I really thought it was a cool idea, and yeah, it turned out to be really well. Do really well, actually. I'm really happy with that video. We've got Andy from Forgotten World Movies. He says, "Hi, guys. Hope you're all doing well tonight." I'm doing good. How about you, Bryn?
Yeah, doing good. Yeah, thank you.
We have Simon Millership. Hello, Simon. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you jumping in. He says, "Yo, yo." We have, I consider this next guy a legend because he's got a great channel. Alan Scouser, he says, "Hi guys, hope you are both well." Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Alan. Thanks for joining the stream, man.
I am.
We have a very close friend of mine right now, which is Sophie. Sophie's Richard Rivara. She says, "Hello, my little peach," and hello, Bryn. That's what she calls me. It's quite funny. It's quite adorable. And we have Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies. He says, "How's it going, guys?" It's going really well. I'm good. Yeah, that's the last of the comments so far. If you've got any questions for Bryn or myself, drop them in the comments, guys. Don't be shy. We won't bite, we promise. Sorry, just turning my phone off so it's not going to interrupt. We got 9 people in the chat, so if everyone can drop a like, I'd really appreciate that. That'd be great. Martin McBurney says, "Hi guys." Hello, Martin. Thanks for jumping in the stream. We have Movie Database in the chat. Hello, dudes. Hope you're doing well. He says, "Yes, lads. Are you going to see Candyman?" Now, I don't know if I've got the money to go to the cinema right now, but I do want to see it. Definitely. How about you, Bryn?
Yeah, it's one that I would consider going to see. I've watched the trailer and it looks interesting. I'm always wary of remakes, but I'd be interested to see it.
Yeah, I thought it looked fairly decent from the trailers. I'm a big fan of that original film, though, so there's a lot. They got a lot to live up to, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think Jordan Peele's involved in it, so that's again that'd be interesting to see what he does with it.
Yeah, I think he's the writer. I think he's written the movie. But I really like his two movies. So I think he'll do a good job. I'm hoping. He's hoping. Alan asks the same question. He says, "Have either of you seen the new Candyman movie?" I haven't yet, but and Bruce also answered. He hasn't seen it either. Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies asks, "What's your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie?" Mine would be Part 3, The Dream Warriors. I think it's a perfect sequel, and I think it's better than the original film, personally.
Mine would be Part 2, for similar reasons, really. I just prefer it more to the first one, and I really like the opening on the school bus and the body horror aspect with Freddy Krueger coming out of the Jesse character. I thought that was really cool.
Nice. That Nightmare Part 2 is like almost the black sheep of the franchise, isn't it? Because I noticed a lot of people, they feel like it's good, but it's like almost like the forgotten little kind of gem, almost, right?
Yeah, it's not an app that came on YouTube that I found that other people actually like Part 2. I thought it was just me.
Yeah, part 2 is one of the better ones. See, I'm a bit weird. I really like Part 5. No one likes Part 5, but I feel like I'm the only one that likes Part 5.
Yeah. Part 5 was when I thought it really kind of started to get a bit silly, but didn't have as much creative flair as the earlier ones. I don't know, but it does still have some cool moments in it. I think is that the one where the motorcycle turns. That guy turns into the motorcycle.
I think so. Yeah, I've not seen it in a while, but
yeah, it was cool.
hello, am I back? Oh my god, what happened? Are you still there, Bryn? I think I dropped out.
Yeah, hey there. Disappear that now.
I'm back. There's a big delay with the internet here, but we'll soldier on. That's right. I was going to say, I think Part 5 is the one where it's about the child, like the unborn child, I think.
Yeah, the dream child. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was just a lot of fun. Like, it wasn't taking itself seriously. I just thought it was silly and just fun. And I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was better than Part 4. I thought Part 4 was dog shit.
Yeah. I think Part 5 had some really cool effects in it as well. I think you had like the Freddy Krueger baby and things like that, which was pretty awesome.
Yeah, some cool stuff. Like, I've got a soft spot for nearly all the films in the franchise, apart from the last one because it's dog shit. But moving on. Letting the guy Pete, he says, "Hey guys, hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. I'm sure Bruin's doing well as well."
Yeah, thanks.
Because we've answered that question quite a lot already. Sophie asks, first horror film you remember watching?
Gosh, that's a good question. Wow.
It's a very good question.
Yeah. I think probably for me, it was probably Jaws, which is my favourite film. I know I got that for a very early birthday, and that's been my favourite film ever since. And then I have very vivid memories of my dad getting both Brain Dead and Bad Taste on video, and they were one of the two of the earliest films that I remember watching with him. So yeah, that was many years. Yeah,
I think for me, the earliest film that you could somewhat consider to be horror, for me, I watched it very young, would have been like Gremlins, I think, for me. And then I think the first proper horror film. Yeah, the first proper, what you could call a straight up horror film that I remember watching was probably Scream. So they're probably the big two ones for me.
Yeah.
I'm one of these people that don't really.
By the way.
Yeah, great question, Sophie. I'm one of these people that don't really consider Jaws to be a horror film. That's just me.
Yeah, no, it's up for debate. It's up for debate, I think, but I think it's pretty scary, so I always consider it one.
That's fair. That's fair. It's all subjective, isn't it? In the end. This is a good question from Playtendo Guy. He asks, "What film used to scare you as a kid?"
I'm kind of a horror elements. I'm just.
So I didn't catch that. You cut out a bit, Prin.
I was just saying that with my collection, if a film's got horror elements, I'm happy to add it to the collection.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Playtendo Guy asks, "What film used to scare you as a kid?"
I was talking about this the other day with someone, but Pinocchio, when they go to, was it Pleasure Island, and they turn into donkeys and like their hands turn into hooves and things. I always thought that was terrifying and was like a great way to scare kids straight, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would have scared me as a kid. I can't really pick anything. I can't really think about what scared me. The film used to scare, like it could be anything, right? It's not the first film that scared me. What film used to scare you as a kid? It's weird because I've got little moments in films that I wouldn't consider that scared me, but there might be a moment when I was a kid that scared me. So, for example, Ghostbusters 2 with the slime in the bathtub and it reaches out for the baby. That scared me as a kid. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Movie.
A lot of things scared me as a kid that weren't actually scary. Like I watch horror films that just random things you me.
Yeah, I watched some films I thought were bits that I thought were scary as a kid. I watch back now. I'm like, why was I scared of that? Don't know.
Yeah.
Movie Database asks, "Have you seen The Green Knight? I, for one, love it." I have not seen it, but I really want to. It looks decent from the trailers.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
I think it's an A24 film. Old AF reviewers say, "Sorry, I'm late, guys. There's no Rose, man. You're not that late. It's all good. Only like 5 minutes late. No problem." Grace says, "Hey, Jason and Horrorhands." Hello, Grace. Thanks for joining the stream. Movie Database says the original Candyman is fantastic, right? Helen really goes through it. Yeah, Helen goes through the absolute ringer in that first movie. I love that film though. Like it's a 10 out of 10 horror film for me. It's absolutely outstanding. It's just fucking awesome.
Yeah, I love that scene. She's talking to the doctor, and then the Candyman's hook comes through his stomach, and that was cool.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal, that bit as well. It's pretty brutal. That film's just great. And hands down, just really good. Martin McBurney says, have any of you guys seen the Belko Experiment? Reminded me a lot of Battle Royale. I've not seen it, but I've heard about it. So maybe it'll go on my list to watch. Have you seen the Belko Experiment?
Yeah, I've seen the Belko Experiment, and it did remind me a bit of Battle Royale. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good concept, and pretty harsh in places as well. Yeah, it was a good film.
That's gonna go on my list because I haven't seen it. We have Heather Smith here. He says, "Horror Dad here. Good to see you both. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate it."
Yeah, that's my dad.
I did think so. I did think so. Yeah. There's a really big delay between when I there's a big delay from when I say something to you replying. I don't know why. Maybe people can say in the comments if there's a big delay, because there definitely is one. Movie Database says, what protagonist in a horror film goes through the hardest time? Helen in Candyman, for example, or the kids in Elm Street? It's a good question.
I would say out of those two, I would say the kids in Elm Street, because the concept of not even being able to go to sleep is pretty hard.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up. Yeah. I would like to think if I could just pick outside of those two choices, I would say the kids in the Evil Dead film. You know, they get it rough.
Yeah, that's pretty intense. Yeah, I think in terms of movies in general, I think Martyrs probably comes to mind. I don't think it gets much more brutal than the original Martyrs.
I'm a bit indifferent with that film. I don't think it's as good as people gather it to be. To be fair, but maybe I don't have a conscience, perhaps.
Really, that's interesting.
I don't think it's. I think it's a bit pretentious and a bit artsy and a bit. I think Martyrs tries to be more meaningful than it actually is, and I just think it's being really pretentious. You know, I think it tries to. For me, I think it tries to be more than just a torture porn film, but in reality, it's just another torture porn film, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, what you're saying. I think it's it. I did like the kind of the the existential elements to it. I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, it's definitely not for everyone.
Yeah. I just think there's better French extremity movies out there than Martyrs.
Yeah. There's a couple that I like more than Martyrs.
Like Inside's one of my favorite modern horrors ever. Like I love that movie.
Yeah, Inside is excellent. That might be my favorite of the lot. Inside and Frontiers, I think, were the two best ones that I've seen.
Yeah, Frontiers is good. I like High Tension as well. High Tension is good.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a hard question. The guy asks, what are some of your favorite horror film characters?
Gosh. I like McCready from The Thing. I like
good shout.
Christopher Lee Dracula. I like pretty much all the characters from Fright Night. Look around the film to remind myself. I like Dr. Loomis from Halloween.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, these are the ones that initially come to mind.
Obviously, like without being a bit boring and say stuff like Chucky and Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger and Ash Williams, without being that obvious, I don't know who I'd pick. I like Jenny, the final girl from Friday the 13th Part 2. I think she's really good. She's probably one of the best final girls ever. Obviously, you've got like Ellen Ripley from Alien. There's a bunch. I can't think out of my top of my head though. Oh, fucking hell. Belial from Basket Case. He's good. He's cool. I like him as well. Those movies are mental, but they're a lot of fun. I can go on and on with that question because there's so many great characters. Old AF reviewer said, definitely the girl in the last house on my left. I don't know what girl you're referring to, but there we go.
Is that in response to which characters have the hardest time in films?
Sorry, say that again. You cut out again. Sorry.
I think, is that in response to characters have the hardest time in films?
Oh, yeah, he might be referring to that. That's a good shout if that's the case. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not the biggest fan of that film anyway. Ryan of Let's Get Kicking Movies asks, what do you think about Quiet Place Part 2 and The Conjuring Part 3? I have seen neither, so I haven't got an opinion yet, unfortunately.
I haven't seen either of them yet. I wasn't a huge fan of A Quiet Place 1, although I would like to see the second one. The Conjuring, I did really like 1 and 2, so I am very keen to see number 3. So I'll be picking them both up very soon.
Coolio. Last Chance Ches in the chat. Hello, sir. Welcome to the stream. He says, good evening, guys. If you could swap the villain in one horror movie and put them in another movie, what movies would you swap villains with? Wow, that's a question.
Gosh. That's stumped us. I need to refer to the old collection again. I'm initially thinking Jason. Would love to see Jason in an alternative setting, but I don't know what.
I just thought of a great idea. So swap Jason Voorhees with the Terminator. So in that universe, Skynet sends back Jason Voorhees to kill Sarah Connor.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And you could go through like all the streets and the nightclub and things like that.
There'll definitely be a bigger body count in that movie. I want to see that now. I thought about it.
More Terminator.
You're breaking up. I can't hear what you're saying.
That's a good idea. I was just saying that as Jason gets more damaged, he could start to turn into the Jason X look, like when the Terminator gets more damaged and it becomes the endoskeleton.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That'd be fun. Someone make that, please, for us, please. Grace Hutchins says, just watched Chaos Walking and it was really good. I've not seen that film. The concept is quite interesting, however.
No, I've not even heard
of it. It stars Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland, and it's about I think it's about like everybody can hear your thoughts out loud or something along those lines. Not too sure myself. I've not seen it. Alan Scouser says, shelves looking good, Bryn. They do. They look really good.
Thank you, Alan. Yeah, I'm happy with what's been done.
Playtendo Guy says, what are some of your favorite special or limited editions that you own?
I quite like my my Vinegar Syndrome releases. So Vinegar Syndrome in the US release a lot of like limited slipcases and things like that, and they're all like really nice quality glossy slipcases. So I'm a big fan of collecting them, and they tend to, when they sell out, they're really hard to find. So I'm glad that I've got quite a few of them.
I like this. This is probably my favorite release ever. So it's pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, that's cool.
Are you still there, Bryn? There's a bad delay. It's getting really bad.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. Good to know. We have Jules in the chat. She says hi to you both. Hello, Jules. Thank you for joining the stream. We have movie database says, oh, he's referring, he's talking to somebody else. Tom 180 says hello, guys. Hello, Tom. I really do appreciate what you did for me on Instagram. That's really nice of you, dude. Really appreciate it. People talking to yourself, people talking to each other, blah blah blah. Movie databases is a massive delay. Yeah, unfortunately there is. I don't know what to do about it. Unfortunately, I don't think my internet doesn't like Bryn's internet. They're not compatible for some reason. I don't know why. I'm sorry, I can't do nothing about it. You're still there, Bryn, right? I can never tell if you've dropped, if you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, cool. Because loads of people are saying, right. So loads of people are saying about it being a lot of delay and very choppy. George says, yes, Jason, there's a big delay. Also seems disconnected. We're not disconnected because Bryn is still hearing me and replying, so it's not disconnected. But we just have to carry on as best as we can, I suppose. Movie database says he agrees with what I said. He said, yeah, the Evil Dead kids don't get a break. Ash takes a moment to breathe and straight away he's back to chopping up his pals. Yeah, it's pretty harsh. It's pretty like not a good time at all for those Evil Dead characters. Grace Hutchins asks, do you class the New Mutants as a main X-Men film? I've not seen it, so I can't comment, unfortunately.
I have seen it. It didn't feel like a main X-Men film to me. It kind of like a bit more of a sort of a side. It did have sort of subtle link to the main X-Men films, but I just felt it was like a bit of a veer off to the actual main X-Men universe, personally.
That's fair. That's fair enough. Plato the Guy asks, what horror film disappointed you the most? For me, I'm going to pick Dragging Me to Hell. Because when you consider it was meant to be Sam Raimi's return, it wasn't that good at all. It wasn't scary. It was a bit dull. It bored the fuck out of me. Dragging Me to Hell would be my pick.
I would go for a film called Late Phases, which I heard nothing but good things about. It's quite a modern film, and I heard really good reviews of it, and I just found it really boring, really disappointing, and I was trying to get it, and when I only did, it was, really, really dull.
That's a 101 film, right?
That's what, sorry?
It's that film's from 101 label, isn't it? 101 Films.
Yeah. Yeah, 101 put it out, yeah.
Cool, I thought so. I've seen it about, but I've never actually thought about getting it.
Yeah, give it a try. It won't for me. Yeah, despite you.
That's fair. That's fair enough. Andy from Forgotten World of Movies asks, what's your most underrated horror film or films? For him, it's Night of the Creeps, Demon Knight, and Dracula 92.
I probably agree with you on Night of the Creeps. I think that's an excellent film. I think Exorcist 3 is pretty underrated. I really like Prophecy, the killer animal film from like 1980. That never gets talked about, and that is an excellent like ecological horror film. There'll be lots more as well. There's a lot I think are underrated, but yeah, those ones come to mind.
I'm gonna throw out 2 picks. I'm gonna throw out Critters because it's one of my favorite films of all time, and no one talks about it. And more people need to see Critters, in my opinion. Fucking awesome movie. And I'm gonna throw out, because I know people are there's gonna be a discussion in the comments now. Because I'm gonna throw this out. George A. Romero's The Crazies. It's way better than the remake. It's fucking, the original is so good. I love it to pieces. If you watch it today, it's kind of almost very topical in what we're going through in the world. It's just fucking brilliant. I love it. George A. Romero's The Crazies is so underrated. Are you still there, Bryn?
Yeah, I'm here.
It's really hard to gauge whether you're here or not because your camera keeps freezing. It's really awkward.
Right, yeah, no, I'm here. I can see and hear you, no problem.
I might keep this stream short tonight because I think it's getting difficult to kind of have a proper conversation because of the delay. So I might say we can wrap up about 9:30. That'd be good, right? Is that okay with you, Bryn?
Yeah, it's not the. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
No problem.
Jules asks, horror films with the worst kills. Oh, that's a hard one. That's what she said.
In terms of the most like gruesome, I assume.
I don't know what she means. She might mean like the kills that are like just bad kills, maybe like kills that are like you're expecting something really good and it ends up being the most boring kills ever. I don't know if that's what she means.
In terms of like underwhelming, I'm not a fan of off-screen kills. I don't like when it cuts away from things like that. I prefer to see them on screen.
Yeah, that's an easy target though, isn't it? It's an easy target. I can't think of any like bad films with bad kills.
That's a pet peeve.
Sorry, what'd you say, Bryn?
Just that off-screen kills are a pet peeve of mine in movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's that is kind of an unnecessary trope, isn't it, that they do nowadays? Just when they try to keep horror films PG-13, that's what happens. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Worst kills. That's difficult. I can't think. I don't know. Like I've seen so many horror films that have really good kills in them. I can't think of like underwhelming kills. You know. If that's what she means, anyway, she could mean like really like awful, horrific kills. I don't know what she means. Jules, if that's what you mean, let us know, please. Thank you. Playtender guy says, oh, what is your favorite Hammer horror film? Did you hear the question, Bryn?
Yeah. I just caught that. Yeah. Favorite Hammer horror film. My favorite Hammer horror film is The Devil Rides Out with Christopher Lee battling the satanic cult. I think that's the best thing that Hammer ever did. It's a really good film.
That's cool. I'm gonna cheat because I've not seen very many Hammer horror films at all. I'm gonna cheat and say The Horror Express because it's literally a Hammer horror film, all but name. Pretty much. The Horror Express with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Yeah, it's very good. It's so good. I love it. It's a thing on a train. If you've not seen it in the chat, you should go and see it. It's amazing. The Arrow Blu-ray is one of the best looking Blu-rays I own. It's so good. There you go. That's
yeah, Horror Express is excellent.
It's really good. Heather Smith says, going back to Jaws not being a horror film, it really shit me up. A kid being ripped up by a shark on a lilo, I found horrific. Haven't been in the water since. Horror dad. I mean, maybe he has a point. Being eaten by a shark while you're trying to have a nice time at the seaside.
I always said that Jaws it's like a horror exploitation film, like dressed up as a Hollywood, but it's got some quite exploitation themes to it.
That's fair. That's fair. I need to give it a rewatch. I just got it on 4K as well. Just got the 4K of it, so I'm looking forward to rewatching it on 4K. Yeah. Blu-ray Bullet Brit says, now that is some nice shelving.
If that's nice shelving, thank you.
I tell you what, there's literally a probably like about 8-second delay between when I say something and you realise and you actually reply. It's crazy. Like the internet is not on our side today. It's hard to have a conversation when the internet's not letting us. Bastards.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw it out there to everyone. Apologise for the technical difficulties, but we thought we might as well just come on and just see how it goes. It's been all right. It's been okay. Like, you know, I think we've been able to get our thoughts out there clearly enough. So it's been all right. Sophie says, I think the kids in it have it bad fucking Pennywise. Yeah, I mean, they go through some traumatizing stuff for sure.
The problem I had with it is I thought that the films were very watered down from the books. So like the book is like seriously scary, but when it came to the films, it was just felt a bit watered down. I enjoyed them, and there was some scary moments, but it was not as the book. And I think it Chapter 2, I felt it tried to be more of a comedy. It had there were quite a lot of Saturday Night Live one-liners which took away from the scariness of it, but definitely the concept of it is a very, very frightening one. So yeah, I agree. I get what you're saying, Sophie.
Coolio. Tom180 says, no problem, Jason. What's the last movie you both watched? I recently watched Child's Play, the original. I did a little watch party with Ryan from Let's Get Kicking Movies, Playtendo Guy, and Sophie. We just had a little private watch party of Child's Play, which is quite fun. Because Playtendo Guy hadn't seen it at that point, so we wanted to introduce him to it because I love the Chucky franchise. I think it's great, and I think Playtendo Guy enjoyed it. I think he had a good time. So that was the last film I watched. What about you, Bryn?
And the last movie I watched was the second Fear Street on Netflix, but I come to that. I'm struggling to get into it. I know people like it, but I'm not digging Fear Street as much as everybody else.
I thought Fear Street Part 2 was shit.
Yeah, okay, not just me then.
I haven't seen the third one just based on the fact that I didn't like the second one so much. First one's all right.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I'll be watching the third one. I didn't like the first two, and yeah, I've got no plans to watch it
yet. Jules asked me, what was that film you picked up about a killer tiger? It's not a killer tiger, Jules. It's I can fucking find where I put it. Oh, it's over there. Well, it's a film called Prey. It's about a killer lion that's escaped, this giant lion. I've not watched it yet, but it's called Prey. It looks pretty decent. I've heard it's pretty fun for what it is. Have you seen Prey? The Prey, or whatever it's called. Giant lion.
No, I think I need that one.
Okay, cool. Alan Scouser says, Theatre of Blood had some real horrific kills, especially the poodle pie scene with Robert Morley. Haven't seen that film, and I don't know what you're referring to there, but it sounds a bit horrible.
Yeah.
Is that a film you recommend, Bryn?
The film critic who has these two, and Vincent Price feeds the poodles to him in a pie.
Well, that's bleak. That's really bleak. Well, Alan also says Horror Express is indeed fantastic. Yeah, I love that film. I think it's brilliant. Not a lot of people know about it as well. It's kind of come under the radar a little bit. I think everyone should check it out. Horror Express. Go and watch it, guys. You won't be disappointed. Andy from Forgotten World of Movies says, or asks, have you guys seen Intruder from 1989? Sam Raimi is in it with a small cameo from Bruce Campbell as well. I have not.
Yeah, I have seen Intruder. It's a pretty fun little movie in like a convenience store with a killer going around killing people in a variety of group ways. I think there's the hook in the neck scene, which was pretty good. And then yeah, Bruce Campbell turns up at the end as a police officer. I haven't seen it for a while. I think it was pretty good, pretty fun 80s movie.
Nice. That's brought us to the end of the comments. So I think it's a good time to call it a night. I do apologise, Bryn, but it's getting very awkward with this delay to continue the stream. So I'm going to say it's been just shy of an hour. I know you had to get off about 10, so you're getting off a bit early, which is good. So thank you everyone for joining us on this stream. I really do appreciate it. Bryn, thanks for jumping on. Even though like it's been kind of a shitty technical complications, but what can we do really? But yeah, I do appreciate you trying for the second time to come on. It's been a fun little conversation what we could have. So yeah, everyone, thanks a lot for coming on. As always, I've been Jason. This is the end of season 1 of Friday Night Streamaroonoos. I'm going to have a break for about a month, so don't expect a stream next week. There'll be a video to take its place. So as always, guys, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.